With Silvestrov's music, well, it started with a gift of the recording of the silent songs, which I was given on the occasion of my birthday many years ago, nearly 2 decades ago now. And that was how I discovered his music. And after that, I was, of course, looking into what else existed for the piano, specifically, and found myself motivated to program some of these pieces in my concert seasons. And so it's a relationship that has now gone on an active level for, I would say, nearly 15 years. It's almost, I don't want to say a red thread, because that's giving it too much sort of structural presence. It's not so much about that. It's more sort of arabesque sort of relationship. It's always returning to punctuate some programs, and it's music I find very touching in its honesty and its transparency. It's poetic, it's not pretending to be anything, and has a very special color and texture. And I'm, of course, always happy to see how it resonates with people. Because when I first asked to program some of those pieces in my concert programs, be it Der Bote or 2 dialogues with Postlude, for example, amongst others, there might have been at first some, perhaps, resistance or skepticism. But then, as always with music, you can try your best to describe it, to talk about it, around it, but it's all a bit pointless. It's only in that moment of acquaintance, when the sound resonates and takes a hold of you, that the connection happens. And it's a powerful one, and it's always there. I've never not experienced it in sharing his music with the public. And that's a beautiful thing to live through. So. Of course, what goes on in the world can only have an impact simply on all of us, because we all have a conscience and a heart. As an artist, you always feel as if you have this responsibility. It is sometimes a frustration, because the material with which you deal is so luxurious, in the sense of it is an element of beauty and human expression, which is both essential, but at the same time will not come to help someone who does not have the basics, basic security, basic freedom, basic needs fulfilled. All you can do is have this awareness of certain things and be a messenger, to go back to one of the titles of Valentin Silvestrov's pieces. I always felt that as an interpreter, that is anyway the main role that that we have, that we are an open channel between the world of the composer and the world, the inner world of the audience, both on an individual and a collective level. That's all you can do. You can prepare yourself, increase your odds to be this channel which transmits with intensity, which communicates, creates emotions, and something which can in turn then, motivate people in whichever way that might be, whether it's towards action, or again, simply sometimes towards awareness, which is enough to, influence the way your daily life will go, and therefore the one of all around you.
Жемчужной прядью